Ricardo swaps his lunch. Chapter 1. Ricardo's lunch. Ricardo opened his lunchbox and looked inside. "Oh no," he said. "I don't feel like a meatball sandwich." Beside him, Toby opened his lunchbox. "Yes," he said. "Egg and cucumber roll." Ricardo glanced at Toby's lunch. It looked good. "Swap?" asked Ricardo. "But it's my favorite," said Toby. Ricardo hung his head. He closed the lid of his lunchbox. "What have you got?" asked Toby. Ricardo opened his lunchbox again. Toby peered in. He liked what he saw. "Okay," said Toby. "Let's swap." They swapped. Chapter 2. Ricardo opens his new lunch. Ricardo went to where he always ate. Brooke and Allie were already there. They opened their lunch boxes and looked inside. Ricardo took out his roll. "Oh no," he said. "I don't want Toby's egg and cucumber roll now." "I'll have it," said Brooke. "Great," said Ricardo. "What's in your sandwich?" he asked. "Turkey and cheese," said Brooke. "I don't like turkey," said Ricardo. "I do," said Allie. "I'll swap my cheese, honey, and raisin roll." "Cheese, honey, and raisins," said Ricardo. "Tasty." "Here," said Allie, handing her roll to Ricardo. "Thanks," said Ricardo, handing his roll to Brooke. "Yum," said Brooke, handing her sandwich to Allie. It was a three-way swap. Everyone was happy. Well, almost everyone. Chapter 3. Toby changes his mind. Just as they were unwrapping their new lunches, Toby ran over. "Ricardo," he yelled, "can I have my egg and cucumber roll back?" Ricardo looked at his cheese, honey, and raisin roll. "But I don't have it anymore," he said. "I gave it to Brooke." Toby looked at Brooke. "Swap?" he said. "No, thanks," said Brooke. "I like my new roll." "I don't want Ricardo's sandwich now," said Toby. "I want my own lunch back." Toby was upset. Brooke felt sorry for him, so she gave him back his roll. "Thanks," said Toby, grinning. "Allie," said Brooke, "can I have my sandwich back?" Allie handed the sandwich back. She looked at Ricardo. Ricardo gave back Allie's roll. He looked at Toby. Toby gave the meatball sandwich back to Ricardo. They all had their own lunches back. At last, they could eat. Ricardo sniffed his meatball sandwich. He still didn't feel like it, but it was all he had. He took a bite. It tasted great. Chapter 4. Ricardo gets that feeling again. Everyone finished eating their lunch. They licked their lips. All they needed now was a drink. Everyone reached into their lunchbox and pulled out a drink. Ricardo looked at his drink. Then he looked at Toby's drink. "Oh no, I've got that feeling again." Ricardo held up his drink bottle. "Would anyone like to swap?" he asked. "No," everyone yelled at once.